Okay, this is the beginning of our build for 1947 Knucklehead Custom KN93 Custom 93-inch S&S. Going to start here with a 1954 pan frame. Ready to go. And away we go. This is DynoFab Custom Cycle, London, Ontario, owned by Scott McCallum. He won't be with us today. He just found out he's pretty sick, but he'll be back. Without Scott's help, this wouldn't be happening. His expertise, this shop, everything was all thanks to him. So we shall begin. Okay, here's the power plant we're going to use for this build. It's a KN93 reproduction by S&S of a Knucklehead. It's beautiful. 93 cubic inch with some custom upgrades. It's got the new oil pump, the S&S e-carburetor because the old Link just wouldn't do it, and pretty well it's a copy of the 1947 Knucklehead. Turn it around here. There used to be a generator here. There's now the oil filter. Good little thing to have. Oh yes, and under here is an S&S single fire all electronic ignition instead of the distributor with the points. Nice upgrade. And on this side we're into 12 volts. Instead of the 6, it's got a set of 1955 pan wheels in it because it's got needed the spline shaft and a little bit longer. Other than that, it's a good copy of Knucklehead by S&S Performance. So here's the transmission we decided to use on our Knucklehead build. It's a Baker 6-speed in a 4-speed case, 6 into 4. Beautiful piece of work. Kicker. Beautiful machine. And I believe it's going to work out just fine. Hooking up to that Knucklehead 93-inch. Should be good. We've got the motor tranny installed. Everything seems to be working out so far so good. Top motor mount, tranny motor, all mounts. Good. Voltage regulator. Now we'll see if how we did on the fitment. To check our fitment. Let's see if the inner primary lines up, or motor plate, as we call this. This should slide right on like a glove, if everything lines up right. Come on. Well, look at that. How about that? Okay, here's the seat we're going with. It's a Corbin single seat post. We're going to put that on right now. See how that fits. Here's the front end we're going with. Springer. Harley Davidson replica. Reproduction by Mid-USA. Waiting for a couple brackets here to hold this. Very nice. Basically stock Harley stuff. And we're going to see if this fits on here now. Very nice again. Hole drilled out for the steering lock. We're going to see how this fits on here. Nice again. And there you have it. Front end's installed. Good to go. On to the next step. One bit at a time. And here we have the vintage exhaust system installed. Heat shields. That was the way to go for this one. So here's the backing plate we're going with. It was originally for a Linkert J-slot. Original reproduction again. Had to open it up for the S&S, change the holes because the link was so small. We had to go with the S&S, or I mean K&N. Do a little cutting and fitting to make that work. For it to go into here. Like so. And then we got the handle bars on. We're going with the PM hydraulics. Little upgrade from the old mechanical brakes. Internal throttles. Internal throttle control. Gotta have it. Headlight and horn installed. Still waiting for this little bit here for the brackets for the shock. Coming along. Now for here we're gonna ready to put the 2-inch belt drive BDL, which is a nice little unit, which you will see installed very shortly. Their new 600 series clutch, ball bearing lockup. Something new and improved. See how that works out. A little overkill for this, but that's alright. There you go, J-slot breather cover installed. Original. Here's the original filter itself. We've stepped up a bit with the K&N. Mucho better. And there's the belt drive installed. Still got a couple of things to do to it, but basically that's her. Okay, we got the body work on. Front back tires on. Brakes installed. PM brakes. PM front and back. Starters on. Waiting for the oil tank from paint. And another step to the puzzle. Looking good. Looking fantastic. Front 2-piston PM. starter installed. You can see where we had to cut out the fender for the starter. Nice job by Scotty. Bracket we had to fabricate to hold the starter up. As you know how hardtails like to bang. And the back PM brake. Installed. Looking good. That's a 4-piston there. As you can see, the venue has changed. At my place now. Remember when we started this build, I mentioned that Scotty was very sick, or he just found out he was very sick. Well, he was. He said to me, "Oh, I got a sore stomach. I got to go see the doctor." So he went. His wife Shannon calls me the next night, says he's in the hospital. So I went to see him. He said he had some tests done, MRI and all that, CAT scan. They come back and told him the next day, "You've got 10 to 12 weeks left." Meanwhile, he's healthy as a horse. When we were sitting there drinking and smoking the day before, cancer in his stomach, in his torso, all through him. So we go back to the shop. You know, he looks fine. He's good to go. And he said, "Okay, well, we got to finish this build within that 10 weeks or 12 weeks, you know, so you can go for a ride on it. You'd be the only guy going for a ride on it." He lasted 3.5 weeks, dead. So he won't be coming back. We're going to finish the build here. I never seen anything happen so fast in my life. From healthy, drinking beer, smoking, to dead in 3.5 weeks. That's cancer. Unbelievable. So I'm going to finish the build here anyway. It was almost done anyway. I mean, the paint's in getting painted. The bodywork's in getting painted. Got the oil tank in, done, plumbed, ready. All the wiring's done, front to back, just waiting for the fenders so you can hook up the rear tail light. It's all good to go. As soon as we get the bodywork back, it's time to fire it up, and the battery's on its way too. Fire it up and take this beast out for a ride in Scotty's memory now. But DinoFab isn't dead. His son Jarrett is taking over the reins. DinoFab is still going. DinoFab's been very good. And we used to do some horsepower at DinoFab. Back before anybody knew what horsepower in a Harley Davidson was. Pro stock. 165 cubic inch. We had a lot of fun playing with horsepower at DinoFab. Before they even knew we could put horsepower in a Harley Davidson. Then our first experiments didn't work out so well. Snapped that barrel right down the side all the way up to the top. A little too much compression on that one. But it was still fun learning. Anyways, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to this. The next time you see it, it should have the painted bodywork on it, ready to fire. We'll get her out in the street, take her for a ride. I'll bring the camera over on the other side. You can have a look at the other side. See if I can do this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, we got a little thing right here. Your crankcase vent. You know how you're always spitting oil out of your crankcase filter, your vent? Well, this is a little puke tank for all you drag racers out there. You'll know what a little puke tank is. This prevents that from spitting oil all over your bike. You know how you always put your crankcase vent right onto the filter? Well, now it goes into this little tank and it can't come out of the filter clean. No more oil on your bike. Nice little addition. The battery showed up. This huge thing here. It's anti-gravity, lithium ion, 360 cranking amps in a little package like this. But if you need a little package to fit your build, this is the way to go with high cranking amps. Tons of power. Since I got this small oil tank, it's got to fit right in here. Like so. Oh, get that out of the way. There we go. See, it slides right into that oil tank back from back in the day. So we're ready to wire this up. And very soon we might try firing this up without the bodywork on it just to see how this beast sounds. Keep you posted. Alrighty. Here we go. Got the battery installed, hooked up. It's time to fire it for its first fire up. Ignition on. I'm going to use the electric start. I'm not kicking it. Oil's plumbed. It's ready to go. Push the button to start it. What happened there? Too cold? And there you have it. Looks like I got a little carburation tune-up to do, but first fire up. Good to go.
Alright, it's recording. I'm leaving.
Okay, here we have it. Done deal. Bodywork, black cherry, speed ball decals on the tank. Good to go. Wired, fired, wired and fired. Next time we go for a ride out in the block, up and down the street to see how this thing's gonna work. That is it. It's ready. Ready to rock.
Okay.